discovering the wonders of our state's natural resources and exploring the thrill of outdoor adventure. Mississippi Outdoors is a co-production of the Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries and Parks and Mississippi Public Broadcasting.
Welcome to Mississippi Outdoors. I'm Amanda Mills.
And I'm Melvin Tingle. Thanks for joining us. Hey, on our first story, we're going to just turn the dogs loose, go rabbit hunting up in Yazoo County.
Then we take a trip down memory lane by way of the Gulf Coast. Mississippi Outdoors producer Gordon Larson retired after working on the show for over 17 years.
Amanda, we're going to take Gordon speckled trout fishing and take a look back at some of his best work. We are at Mr. Howard Brent's property in Yazoo City, and we're going rabbit hunting with Dr. Sam Polis and family and friends. Dr. Polis, it's good to be up here.
Good to be here, Melvin. Good morning.
Good morning.
Great day to rabbit hunt.
Absolutely. Tell us who we have here today.
I have some of my family here. I was hoping to have all of them, and I've got my youngest son, John, middle son, Jim, and my grandson, Sam.
Okay.
And a good friend, Clark Gordon.
Right. Is he a good friend?
I can't think of his name.
Jim
Jim Walker. And of course, we'll meet Howard later on.
Good.
And do we need to introduce the main stars of the show?
Yes, sir.
Joe.
Joe.
I'm Joe.
And you're Joe.
Yes, sir.
And this is
Adrian Harris.
Adrian. These fellows have just drove up with a pack of beagles, and will these dogs do it?
Yes, sir. We're going to let the camera find out for themselves.
Absolutely. So let's go rabbit hunting.
There goes one. Shoot him again. Oh, no. There he goes.
Did you shoot? I shot at it, turned it toward Mel.
We're even.
You missed. John Polis. Walker's stuck. You think we all leave him? Oh, man, you. Here, give me your gun. Come here. Very close, bro. No. Come here, come here. Hold it. John. What do you mean, come here? I'm trying to a bad fix here. I got one. All right, now pull you on. Good. Yeah, get that, dude. Get over there. Go on.
First rabbit. I was scared to shoot that second shot, but it was down. I missed the first one. You got that, didn't you, Dean? Woo! Under pressure. Got his ear. See his ear?
Put him in there, Sam. Put him in the back, Sam.
That tickles me. He runs up ahead and cuts it.
John got him.
No, we doubled.
John got him, man.
We threw 2 shells at him.
Good shot.
Did you see that, son?
Our plan sort of fell apart. We were going to walk down the ditch road. The dogs got over here in this larger area, CRP land, and we got rabbits running everywhere. And we have shooting going on. He run right into that load of shot.
Dogs and rabbits running everywhere. A little thick in here. You gotta wait till they come in these lanes to hit them, but rabbits running everywhere.
Hey, Cross went in there. Hey, Dr. Polis, coming your way.
Got him.
All right.
Damn, did you see him?
Yeah.
Come here. Look, they call that cottontail because he has a little white tail. See it? Yeah, see that little puff on the tail? White.
Like cotton.
Yeah, but I was telling Sam also, we don't shoot things unless we plan to eat those things.
Absolutely.
And we're going to try this in rabbit stew.
Man, that's gonna be... Well, Sam, are you enjoying it?
So, yes, sir, I'm having a big time. This is my first rabbit hunt with Sam.
Well, tell me about it, Dr. Polis. How does it feel to be out here with your
It
grandson?
feels great. You know, I have 5 grandchildren now, grandsons.
How about grandson?
2 of them are 17 months, and one's 10 and one's 13.
And y'all are going to be hunters.
All gonna be hunters, thank goodness. All enjoy the outdoors.
Well, that's great. I can remember when John was a young fella and was hunting with you. I guess he was about 12.
You're right. I may have been that turkey hunt, our first turkey hunt, or dove.
I believe it was a dove.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Well, you know what? He's a young man now.
Absolutely.
So some time has passed between that for you and me, hasn't it, Mel?
It sure is, Doctor.
Been a great time,
It's been
though.
a great time, and this has been a great event. I tell you, to get out here with your family and friends, nothing any better.
Absolutely.
Hey, we have had a great hunt up here on Panther Track with Mr. Howard Brent. Mr. Howard, thank you for inviting Mississippi Outdoors up here. Fellas, those dogs have performed excellent. Man, and you know what, Jim? Most of the people hit, but for some reason, on the last shot, someone missed. See you on Mississippi Outdoors.
We've been out collecting data. We're producing depth contour maps, and those are going to be used in our some of our sampling programs, as well as provide a depth map for fishermen so they can use to see the contours in the bottom of a lake.
The different sampling tools that we use, we need different depths of water and different types of habitat, and this will help, especially new biologists as they come in, to see those features in a lake that they may not be aware of. We take our boat with a sonar and GPS unit, and as we're going across the lake, it will, at the same time, it takes depths from a sonar reading and it takes the GPS coordinates.
We do transects back and forth across the lake. We run the edge of the lake also to kind of form the boundary of the lake.
But as we're traveling, it's taking data points across the water body, and we have a disk on our unit that it saves it to.
This is the way the data looks when I receive it from a biologist. After I receive all my GPS and my depth coordinates, I go ahead and generate that elevation model, which looks like this. Basically, it's just a 3D model from the top of the water to the floor surface of the lake. From that, we generate the field contours, which are the visual representation of a color ramp. You can find some fish attractors that you may not have known they were in the water, Creek channels, old road beds that we might have picked up, or the biology storage we put in. Of course, fishing piers and boat launches. We started out agency-wide doing state-owned and state-operated lakes. You can access that by going to www.mdwfp.com, clicking on fisheries, then clicking on new depth maps. That'll bring up that page with all those that are available at this time.
Well, Mississippi Outdoors is down in the Gulf of Mexico, right off of the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and we're down here for a special event. Not really to catch fish, but to really honor a member of Mississippi Outdoors who has retired.
It's about time.
Gordon Larson. Now, let me tell you a little about Gordon. You never saw Gordon. Gordon was the guy behind the camera, and Gordon was the guy in the editing room that put all these super things dealing with the Mississippi Gulf Coast and up in the hill counties and the delta as well.
Across the state.
Well, let me tell you, this is like a family reunion.
It is.
People know Gordon Larson, 20 years with us, wrote the Mississippi Outdoors theme song, produced some of our...
And Scooter played harmonica and guitar on it.
Yes, he did.
Great
Backup
job.
vocals. And did some of our most memorable productions. Oh, man, that is a fine trout.
You know, that's my pole he's using there.
Oh, that thing up here.
Good fish, Melvin.
Nice fish.
You've been...
See, Melvin
I'm gonna throw over you.
isn't necessarily a great fisherman, but he's good at calling the colors on the lures. He's got this thing, it's counter to the Tingle Jinx. It's a, I don't know how to explain it, but he's always the one to call the colors. Well, actually, it's kind of settled over.
Tingle Jinx is in this icebox back here.
I think Todd's got a fish on it. Here, let me help you there, Jim.
Come around this side.
Here, let me help you. You the man.
Let's get it going, boys. That's how it's done.
Come on,
The
come on.
man's got a fish.
Got him. There it is, Rusty.
Oh, look at here, Gordon.
Oh, too long.
Did you get one, Jim? I got one.
Melvin, you got one? Yeah. It's close.
Peter trout.
That's Walker trout there, man.
Peter trout.
Well, Gordon, I understand you have a project going on.
Melvin, over the past 3 years, I sat down and wrote a book, and it covers a lot of the stuff that I did for the show. The Jerry Clower shoot, which was the first shoot we did for Outdoors. A lot of the Preston Pittman stuff. And of course, you know, the Tingle Jinx. What's behind the Tingle Jinx? Is it real or isn't it? The book's dedicated to Tommy Bourne. Tommy was a good friend of the show. Two-time Mississippi State turkey calling champ, killed in the line of duty 11 years ago. And so anyway, if the people are interested, a portion of the proceeds will go to the Department of Wildlife, Fisheries and Parks Foundation, which I think is used primarily for hunter education stuff. And they can access the book at www.gobble, as in a turkey gobble, .homestead.com.
We have not caught a lot of fish this morning about
Typical
old shows. Old shows, things that we did and the great times we had.
Let's flash back 14 years to the due south. Remember the due south? All
Charter
those
boat?
big trout we caught. And then the reed geese, redfish on the water.
That was
a classic.
Classic, Reed Geis and David Sheffield.
And then you went out to lemon fish with those guys.
Right. That was the only trip, and you see it down here occasionally, but the only trip we ever got on Mississippi Outdoors where the redfish were boiling up on top of the water, and that was some memorable visuals on that particular trip.
The Dennis Good, the Islander, the first time we went out there.
Yeah.
Caught the big trout. You and me beat them all. Won the contest.
Won the contest. We went with Dennis Good again about 4 or 5 years later to Breton Island with Wayne Monk, Dennis Good, and that was where the record speckled trout for Mississippi Outdoors was caught. Right. Do you remember?
I remember. Yeah, we all
Tell us the story.
7 1/4 pounds. That was me.
I think Gordon's greatest accomplishment is he proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that Elvis is still alive.
Well, one show that comes to mind was the first redfish ever caught on Mississippi Outdoors, and that was John Polis when he was a kid.
12 years old.
12 years old. I've lived all over the world. Europe, north, south, east, and west, and while Mississippi might be on the bottom of the list on a lot of things, as far as the people are concerned, this state has some of the nicest, kindest people that you're ever going to find, and that's one of the pleasures that I've always had on Mississippi Outdoors, is just going out and meeting the great folks in Mississippi. It's been a true honor.
Amanda, nothing like old memories.
Unless it's making new memories. In our next story, we go on a turkey hunt that goes hog wild.
Hey folks, we're down here in southeast Mississippi today. It's early turkey season, and we're hoping the gobbler's going to be gobbling this morning. It's been kind of slow from all the reports we've gotten, so I'm going to introduce everybody. We're going to go after them this morning. We got a lot of land. Of course, there's a good many people here, but we got plenty of land to split up, and hopefully we're going to get on some birds. I don't think the place has been hunted yet, so we're going to be in good shape. So this is Pastor Brent Bozeman of the Senatobia First Baptist Church, and Brian Oath, and we got Greg Bounds and Jim Arrington. All of us are from around the Senatobia area except Greg Bounds. Greg's from Oxford. And I'd say out of everybody, Greg's probably got more experience than any of us, probably all put together. Well, I noticed the red bugs were blooming on the way down, so that means the turkeys ought to be gobbling in southeast Mississippi.
Well, when I was growing up in Tate County, there was hardly any turkeys. And, you know, we had to drive south to even get into turkey country. And so I really didn't get into it till I was about 19 years old. I killed my first bird in the Noxubee Refuge when I was attending Mississippi State. And the guy convinced me to get up. He said, Jeff, I know you love to deer hunt and fish. And he said, you're gonna like this turkey hunt. And I said, well, I've never been exposed to it for the fact that didn't have any around the house. So I said, I'll get up with you and go. So we went. It was late. I remember it was in late April, and we got out there, and he was been on these birds. This bird gobbled one time, and I knew when I heard that first gobble and that sun coming up, I was hooked.
Be still. Be still. Okay. You see him? There he is right there. We've been chasing turkeys for 3 years with him. We finally got him one. Come here, bro. Come on. Whoa. Man, look at the beard on this. Look at that paintbrush.
This beard's what? What do you think?
It's 10, a trophy.
10, 11?
When you mount that bird, Scooter, that's a trophy, Brent, for your first turkey. Look at the hooks on this bird. And my hand's not small. That's awesome. Far, this hunt's turned out good. We got a bird this morning. Brent got one, Brent Bozeman, and it was his second bird. He came in the second bird in his lifetime. It's going to be Brian's first if we get on one, and that's what we're trying to do. Right now, it's middle of the day, and there's minimal wind, not a cloud in the sky, and the birds ought to be gobbling. There's a whole field of hogs. Really? Right now? Right now. You know, the landowners didn't want to eradicate it. They're open year round, aren't they? Yeah. We'll try to shoot one? Yeah. We were coming out to try to get a turkey to gobble, and the landowner has been complaining about so many hogs, man. The hogs are just tearing everything up. And we come to this one field, and dude, there's turkeys. I mean, there's hogs everywhere. I'm out of breath, excuse me. And they're young hogs, and we just happened to slip right up on them. I mean, got lucky. The wind was right. We should have killed 2, but we ended up killing 1, so it was great.
Hey, that's all the time we have for now. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Join us again next time for more exciting adventures. Until then, I'm Amanda Mills.
And I'm Melvin Tingle. See ya outdoors.